Hey, what is going on everybody, Arta here and welcome back to a new Black Ops 2 weapon comparison. Now today we'll be comparing the MP7 versus the Vector K10. Now in this video we're going to be comparing things such as the magazine size, the reload speed, the damage, the recoil, etc. to in the end find out which one of the two is a little bit better than the other one. Anyway, at the end of this video I'm also going to be giving you a class setup for both these weapons. So with that said, let's get straight into it. Now the first thing we're going to be taking a look at is the magazine size. Now the MP7 wins in terms of magazine size because the MP7 has 40 bullets in a regular clip and the extended clip buffs that up to 54, whilst the Vector K10 has 36 bullets in a regular clip and the extended clip buffs that up to 48. Now next up we're going to be taking a look at the reload speed, and this one once again goes to the MP7 because for those of you that don't know, the MP7 is actually the fastest reloading SMG in Black Ops 2. The MP7 reloads at 2.40 seconds when the gun is empty, so that is when you have to watch the entire animation, and at 1.72 seconds when there are still a few bullets in the clip, whilst the Vector K10 reloads at 2.62 seconds when the gun is empty, and at 1.90 seconds when there are still a few bullets in the clip. Now next up we're going to be taking a look at the rate of fire. Now the rate of fire is the same for both the MP7 and the Vector K10. Both these weapons fire 900 rounds per minute without rapid fire and 1200 rounds per minute with rapid fire. Next up we've got damage. Now this one once again neither goes to the MP7 or the Vector K10. Both these weapons have the same damage, which is 33 to 18, meaning that you're going to be killing someone in 4 to 6 shots. Anyway, last but definitely not least, we're also going to be taking a look at both these weapons, their recoil patterns, and as you can see on the screen right now, both these weapons do have a little bit of recoil, but the Vector K10 has considerably less recoil than the MP7, so that's why the Vector K10 wins it in terms of recoil. Anyway, these weapons are extremely similar, these weapons act extremely similar as well, but I personally prefer the MP7 over the Vector K10, mainly because the Vector K10 kind of seems to lack in terms of consistency. In some games this gun is great, and then in the next one it kind of seems to be a bit off, but that is just my personal preference. At the end of the day, it all comes down to personal preference, so be sure to tell me in the comments down below which one you prefer. With that said, next up we're going to be taking a look at the class setups that I was running in these clips, and we're first off going to be taking a look at my MP7 class setup, which is the MP7 with the suppressor and the quick draw handle. My wildcards are first off perk 1 greed, allowing me to have a second perk 1, and also perk 2 greed, allowing me to have a second perk 2. Now my two first perks are Ghost and Hardline. Ghost goes hand in hand with the suppressor, and Hardline just allows you to get your score streaks a little bit faster. Now my two second perks are Toughness and Scavenger. Toughness makes sure that you win a lot more gunfights, mainly because it makes sure that you do not flinch off of target when you're being shot at, when you're in a gunfight. And then Scavenger just makes sure that you do not run out of ammo. And then last but not least we've got Dexterity. Now Dexterity allows you to mental and climb obstacles faster, but it also allows you to hipfire faster after sprinting, which with the SMGs is actually a pretty helpful thing if you ask me, even when you're not running the laser sight. Anyway, my Vector K10 class setup is the Vector K10 with the long barrel and the fast mag. My wildcard is perk 2 greed, allowing me to have a second perk 2. My first perk is Hardline. My two second perks are once again Toughness and Scavenger, and my third perk is Engineer. Now Engineer allows you to see enemy equipment through walls such as shock charges, bouncing betties, claymores, etc. And it's also going to delay the trigger time for those equipment, so that is pretty helpful. And then we have the C4 as my lethal equipment and the EMP grenade as my tactical equipment. Now for those of you that have never tried out the combination of the EMP grenade and the Engineer perk, be sure to try it out at least once, because the thing is that the Engineer perk is going to allow you to see equipment through walls, and then you can take out those equipments with the EMP grenade. Now in the process you're going to be getting a ton of score and a ton of XP as well. Anyway guys, that was it for this weapon comparison. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating would as always be very much appreciated. If not, that is of course cool as well. If you'd like me to compare two specific guns in the next one, then be sure to leave them in the comments down below. Now before I end the video, I first wanted to ask a question regarding the video itself, because the thing is that in my previous weapon comparisons I simply rolled a full gameplay, and for this one I actually recorded a set of streaks, and I was wondering which one of the two you prefer, whether you prefer to watch a full gameplay or whether you prefer to watch a set of streaks with both the weapons that I'm comparing. So it'd be much appreciated if you could give me some feedback on the video itself as well. With that said, on the screen right now is my previous video, which is another Black Ops 2 progression video, simply a video to showcase you my custom classes, my barracks, my medals, etc. If you haven't checked out that video yet and you are interested in checking it out, then be sure to do so. With that said, I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope to see some of you next time. Take it easy.